All right, let's go over some section 1.6 notes. Let's go over the first problem, how to solve a polynomial by factoring. Okay, so you have a polynomial here. First thing to do is let's get all these numbers over to the same side. Let's move this over here. So we have 3x to the fourth minus 27x squared equal to nothing. So first we move that over, and we've got them all on one side. Now let's factor this. There's only two terms, so we can pull out something. And that something common is a 3, because 3 goes into both of them. And let's pull out an x squared, because 2 x's goes into 2. 2 x's also goes into 4. So we already have a 3, so we don't need anything else, but we need 2 more x's here. Here's our minus sign. And then 3 times 9 makes 27, and we have 2 x's, and we have 2 there, so we're good. We don't need any more. So we've got it factored. Now we're at the point where either this term or this term goes to 0 to make the whole problem go to 0. So we can solve either 3x squared equal to 0 or x2 minus 9 equal to 0. So let's look at these two problems here. This will give us our answer here. So let's move the 3 to the other side. So you have x squared equal to 0. Well, that's just 0 is one of our answers. And on the other side, let's move this 9 to the other side by addition. So we have, take the square root of both sides. So you get x equals plus or minus. Well, the square root of 9 is 3. So you see we've got a minus 3, comma, a 0, comma, and a positive 3. This is how you're going to key your answer into the system in Pearson. Okay, now the next question is factoring this polynomial. So the first thing, let's get all the terms over on one side. Okay, so let's make x3 plus x2 minus 4x minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, I've got all the terms over to one side. Now let's factor by grouping. You see, let's group these two guys together, and let's group these two guys together, and let's factor individual little pieces. So let's look at the first one here. If I want to pull something out, let's pull out x2, because that's common to both of these. So I need 3. I already have 1. 2. So let's pull out one more. I have a plus sign, and I'm good. I have 2. I just need a 1 here, because this times this makes that. Now I want to pull out the negative, and I want to pull out a 4, negative 4 from these. And negative 4 times an x gives me 4x. And a negative times a positive 1 gives me a negative 4. And notice how these two are the same. They'll always be the same. And you always want to pull out a negative value if you can. So there we go. We've factored by grouping, and we're getting there. But notice that these two are the same here. So let's bring them down. X plus 1. Let's bring them down together as 1. And then let's bring these other guys. Let's bring this guy and this guy out front. So we've factored by grouping now, and we're at the point where either this can equal to 0 or this can equal to 0, and we'll get our answer. So let's set this one equal to 0, and let's set this one equal to 0. Now what to do is just solve these two to get our answers. Let's do this one first. So move the 4 to the other side. And let's take the square root of both sides. So you get x equals plus or minus, and the square root of 4 is a 2. So we've got two answers here, a plus 2 and a minus 2. Over here, let's move this 1 to the other side. So x equals negative 1. And notice we're through here. So we've got three answers here, right? We've got a negative 2, comma, negative 1, comma, and a positive 2. So we've got for that problem, we've got three answers for that problem.